Hey guys, I'm back at it with another video. I know y'all miss me, I know. But we gonna jump straight into this video because this gonna be hot and juicy in this tea. Okay, so boom. I don't know how long ago this happened, but I was going viral on TikTok. It started with this hair video when I dyed my hair green and then the green hair dye came out weird. Then from there, I did a story time about my dad. We gonna get straight into this, y'all. We're diving in. This is gonna be a deep dive on the family drama that happened on TikTok, basically. I was going viral on TikTok already. The one with my hair dye video got, I think, over 1 million views. And so I was like, you know what, since my page jumping or whatever, let me go ahead and do a story time about my dad. So I had did a story time about my dad, and I think it started going up. I don't know how many views it got right now. Last time I checked, I think it had like 17K views, something like that. It was going up. So, Waddle Free, I'm looking through my comments now. I don't really be deep in my comments like that because sometimes my comments be weird. Like it be people trolling, like just saying rude stuff. And I don't like being rage baited because I am the rage bait boss. Like I am the troll boss. You thought you was a troll. No, you're not, because I am. Okay? So I don't be deep all in my comments trying to see how people feel about me. No, like I care about how I feel about myself and I like to share my content. So it was one day I said, let me look through these comments and see what's tea. So boom, I'm looking through the comments. I'm scrolling. I see,
I'm so proud of you, baby sis.
or something like that. I said,
No Chick-fil-A sauce?
I knew that wasn't who I thought it was. I knew that wasn't who I thought it was. So I'm looking at the name. I don't remember what the name said. I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen. I'm looking at it. I'm like, who is this? So I go to the page. They on private. So I'm like, this is a fake page. So I'm thinking, is this my brother? Because they said baby sis. And yeah, people be calling me sis and cousin and stuff on TikTok. But it just hit different. It's like baby sis. This gotta be my brother. So I made my little video, like, well, not little video, big video, because it got over 100K. I don't know how many views it got now. I'm gonna put it on the screen, but I made my video. I responded to the comment, because, you know, on TikTok, you can respond to comments. So I had, you know, made a video to the comment, and I know you probably like, well, why you do that? Because, first of all, if you've been following my story, like a lot of y'all have, and I appreciate y'all. Because that's crazy. Like, okay, anyway, my bad. Let me focus. He had me effed up that he said that because he was there when I was at my lowest. My brother, the last time I saw my mom, this was the last time I saw my mom, was when she would put me out her house. Well, not her house. She had an apartment. She would put me out the apartment we all lived in. That was the last time I saw her. My brother was there that night. My bad. I'm laughing because it's so funny when they say them tables turn. Oh my. Them tables is doing backflips. Y'all, them tables is doing backflips. My brother was there that night when my mama had put me out. And he was not on my side. And it's crazy because back then, I was thinking so low of myself. I didn't think that I deserved it. I didn't think that I deserved to have anybody on my side. I felt like at that time, I deserved what was happening to me with my mom and my brother, I guess, making or forming alliances and teaming up to go against me. I felt like at that time that maybe I deserved that because I was still putting faith in my family members. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, well, maybe they right, like they wouldn't be doing all this for no reason. Like I know they got good intentions for me. Y'all, back then I was so delusional. Y'all. I'll never forget, we was on the phone and my brother was yelling, I was telling him about my money. I was like, yeah, I left my $40 on the couch. Cause I'm like, the $40 was supposed to go towards the deposit for the new apartment that we was all supposed to be moving in. I think 1 to 2 months out, we were supposed to move, right? So I had bought my $40 that night and I left it there, and my mama kicked me out, and they went and got a 2-bedroom, why would you take my $40? That's crazy. Like, that's how I knew, like, when I got older, that's how I knew my mama really did not like me, and it was deeper than what I thought it was. I was like, okay, maybe my mom was just jealous of me. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, it was because she ain't have a good upbringing. I didn't have a good upbringing either. Half of the time we was in there fighting and arguing. I would say the good times we did have, probably like maybe 10 to 20% of the time. I don't even remember. Because even then I had anxiety. Like, oh my gosh. So I was sitting up here trying to have like so many excuses for my mom that I didn't realize that she put me through a lot of stuff that she went through, and I still didn't turn out like her. I don't know, y'all. So when I saw that comment, it had made me feel some type of way because he could have been there for me. My brother had an opportunity. My brother had countless opportunities to be there for me. And I felt like he saw what I was going through from my parents, and he did not want to be treated like that. I feel like growing up, they looked at my brother like the responsible one, or like the honest one, or like he was better than me. And shoot, I thought he was better than me too. That's what I kept hearing. That's what I felt like my parents kept communicating to me, that my brother was at a higher standard than me. And y'all know what's the crazy part about all this? I accepted that. I accepted that. When I thought that was the case, and that my brother was up here and I was down here, I accepted that. I did not try and go and attack my brother. I never tried to throw him off. I supported my brother. Now, I'm not perfect. It was times where I probably was unfair. It was times that I definitely was petty towards him. But I would have never done the things that my brother did to me. And I feel like that's why he can't really tell the truth about what happened. Because he knows if he tells the truth, he's going to look bad. He's going to look wrong. Same thing with my mom. They know if they stand before people and tell them what really happened, they're going to look wrong. So they got to make me look like a villain, and that's okay. It's sad, though. It's sad, but it's okay. I kept trying to figure out, I'm like, why every time I'm around these people, they ain't making me feel like I'm the worst of the worst? Because the whole time they was plotting on me. It was a time when I was living with my mom and my brother, and I was telling him about something I was going through within a relationship, and how even though the person was doing me wrong, I still felt this overwhelming sense of empathy for them, to the point I cried. And my brother looked at me, he's like, you know what? You are a really good person. Like, even though that person is doing you like that, like, you still care about whether or not they feel free to be who they is. Like, my brother literally told me this. He probably act like he never told me this. My brother literally told me this. So if anybody knew who I was, my family knew exactly who I was. They did. And I can't do nothing about them trying to go out and spread my character falsely, or trying to villainize me in a story where I didn't even know what was going on, and they knew that I didn't know what was going on. That's why they was doing that stuff. And you want to
complaining about these size big mistakes?
Anyway, my bad. So, yeah, it just really blew me when I saw that comment. It blew me. It brought back all them emotions and stuff. So boom, I let them out. So I made my video, and it went viral, which I didn't know it was gonna go viral. It went, yeah, it did numbers. After that, I had just started basically clearing my case even more, because a lot of people, I don't know if they noticed this, but I had a lot of people trying to slander my character and slander my name. And a lot of it was around the same time too. So I felt like I was being attacked from all different which ways, all while people were standing before me telling me, girl, ain't nobody doing nothing to you. Oh my God, like I had people putting me out, wanting to see me fail. If I did find me somewhere to go, they was mad. And then they'll still turn around, girl, ain't nobody doing nothing to you. Oh, I'm here for you, I'm supporting you. No, you're not. What? That's crazy, I'm telling you. And so I never, when these people go out and try to slander me, I never went out and tried to slander them. I never went out and tried. You know what? It's crazy. It's a lot of things that happened. It took me years. It took me years to finally tell my story. Right when it happened, probably that same night, that same day, those people got on the phone and talked about me and lied on me and said that I did things to them that they did to me. Like, oh my, I cannot make this up. That is so crazy. Do you know how delusional you gotta be to say somebody did something to you that you did to them? That sounds like something that should make somebody's mouth fall off. That should be the consequence of somebody doing that. Their mouth should just fall right in their lap. Cause that's crazy. So anyway, it took me years to really come and tell my story and tell people what I experienced with certain people and family members and stuff. And those people was the first ones to go out and try to speak on the situation and tell lies and stuff. And I feel like when people know they done did you wrong, that's what they do. I know that I didn't do nobody wrong. I know I'm not perfect. And I know it was things that I needed to apologize for, and I did. I've even apologized on my social media. I've apologized behind closed doors and in public. So the fact that these people, they can't apologize to me because the things that they did behind my back was so sinister. It's like, I can't continue to carry on that burden that they placed upon themselves. Didn't nobody tell you to try to attack me? Didn't nobody tell you to try to take advantage of me because you thought I was going to be low and dumb and stupid all my life? You feel what I'm saying? Like, they thought I was going to be the underdog my whole life. You crazy as hell. And you know what's crazy? They tried to orchestrate this. It wasn't like they tried to leave me alone, because that's how you know they knew I was pressured for real. Because if they didn't think I was pressured, they would have left me alone. They wouldn't have been trying to go out their way to try to tear me down or to try to keep me stuck. No, they would have been comfortable around me. But the fact that I was so pressured, they like, nah, we gotta keep this one down, because she might be better than all of us. And it is. It is. Through all this stuff y'all try to do, and oh, bro, y'all didn't spare me for nothing. Nothing. My own mama didn't spare me. I came out her coochie cat. I came out my mother's vaginal opening, and she did not spare me. She didn't give me no type of grace. My mama kicked me out. The last time she put me out, and I ain't come back, she put me out. I waited like a week or two. I'm like, Mom, can I come get my stuff? She talking about putting my stuff outside. Man, why are you so mad? And then I found out why she was mad. She was mad. She was mad because, come to find out, my dad had done been abusing me. This is tea, y'all. My dad had done been abusing me since I was a child, like a toddler, like a baby. And so instead of she had protected me and taken me up out of that, she stayed in it. And yeah, I feel like at one point she probably did try to leave him. But this is what I think, right? I think when my mama tried to leave my dad, she possibly could have went to her mom, like my grandma that passed away. She possibly could have went to go try to stay with her, but my grandma was toxic too, so she probably was acting funny with my mom, and I feel like she possibly could have put my mom out with her kids. Like me and my brother, she probably put us all out. I don't know, allegedly. I could be wrong about that. My mama won't tell me. That's the crazy part about it. That's why I got to get on this internet and tell the stuff that I do know or that like I done put together, because my mom will not tell me. This is stuff my mom could have been told me. And then if she would have told me, if my mom would have been honest, it probably would have never made it to the internet. People be so darn smart that they stupid as hell. If they never would have went that hard, my family never would have went that hard on me, I never would have brought it to the internet. They kept trying to beat me down so bad behind closed doors. Then on top of that, lie on me. Spread a false narrative about me. Try to make people think I'm some type of whore, prostitute, drug addict. That's what they said about me. They said that about me. Oh my God. And then it just made me wonder, if I was on the outside looking in and if my mama was telling me this and I was a stranger, I would have said, girl, that's what type of daughter y'all raised? After all the stuff you said you did for her, that's what type of daughter y'all raised? Clock it. Because people don't become drug addicts for no reason. People don't become prostitutes for no reason. A lot of prostitutes have been sexually assaulted like me. I've been sexually assaulted. So it's no hate or it's no negative things to say about those community of people like drug addicts or prostitutes. I don't judge them because I feel like I done seen people start from the bottom and get to where they are. Like, how can I say, like, I done seen little girls be touched on and stuff by the men in their family, and then they feel like, well, if the men in their family gonna take it for free, they might as well go sell it, as you should, ma'am. And you should make a very beautiful penny, dime, nickel, quarter off of it. Period. We ain't shaming no prostitutes, no drug addicts. We ain't shaming nobody around this month. You feel me? And they really tried to say that about me, but like I said, the fact that that's not who I was, that's what hurt me so bad. If that's what I was doing, then I don't have no shame in my game. I'll come on here and tell y'all, let me tell y'all, because I had to go and eat some money. I would tell y'all, I don't care, like, what y'all gonna do, judge me? I'm probably judging y'all. A lot of people that talk junk about me, I probably talk junk about y'all too. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy. But it's like, I don't judge people like that, but at the end of the day, the fact that that wasn't me and they try to go and say that about me, that hurt my heart, y'all. That really had hurt my heart. Because I'm like, really? Y'all want to go to that extent to try to get people to not like me because of what you did to me? But anyway, y'all. So I got to spilling the tea. And I found out that my mama, she didn't like me ever since I was a kid, especially when I started getting older. So when I started forming like breasts and stuff like that, you know, coming into puberty, that's when me and my mama really started beefing. So probably around the age when I was like 10 years old, 10, 11, to the point where one time we went to the country. My mama stopped coming with us. Like, we went to go visit my grandparents. And my mama was like, tell them I gotta work. She didn't want to go see them. Now I know why she didn't want to be around them. Now I know why. Because they was weird and she knew that. And instead of she going about her business, she sat up there and got married into a family that was weird. My mama got married into a family that was full of predators, rapists, like scammers. And they want to talk about me. So you want to talk about mama? Anyway, so, dang, what was I talking about? Yeah. So we went to the country to go visit my grandparents. While we was sitting up there with my aunts and my uncles, I swear to God, my brother came out his mouth and was like, yeah, cause mom and Taylor been arguing a lot and da-da-da. Like, he literally told my aunts this. So before we left, my mom would always tell us, like, don't be going telling my business, right? So I was like, ooh, he about to get in trouble because mom said not to tell our business and he told the business. So I went and told my mom, I was like, yeah, CJ sat up there and he was like, yeah, me and you be arguing this and the third. My mama did not even get mad at him. But let it would have been me, she would have beat the brakes off of me. That's crazy, right? That is so crazy. So he knew, and people around me was aware of the type of dynamic me and my mom had. And instead of they stood up for me or try to advocate for me, they just got afraid. And like, oh, well, I don't want her treating me like that, so let me just act like I don't know nothing. A cop-out. And then, you know what's crazy? Because I don't know how any of these people doing, but I will bet my last dollar that they are dealing with the same stuff that they put me through. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? They is going through the same stuff that they trying to put me through, bro. And that's why they mad. That's why my brother was mad when I had moved into my apartment and he came over there looking stank, talking about, oh, you ain't even got a shower curtain. My brother came over to my apartment and the only thing he had to say, he didn't say congratulations. He didn't say, I'm proud of you. He said, you ain't even got no shower curtain. And then told me about how my mama came to him and said, oh yeah, mom asked me if she should kick you out. Sir, I don't care about that. I'm in my own apartment. Where your apartment at, bro? And hopefully he got one now. I would hope. I pray. Maybe he got a house. I pray. But yeah, ain't that crazy? So then boom, that's a little deep dive. So that's like backstory. We kind of going into depth about how this drama unfolded on social media. So like I said, I made a video about my dad being a narcissist. My brother commented telling me how he proud of me. That had triggered me to respond to his comment and talk about all the stuff that I also went through under his hand. And under him not wanting to stand up for me, right? So then boom. After that, I made another series of videos because I was basically dropping the receipts because some of these allegations is very serious. So any receipts I have, I want to make sure that I show them because people that try to call me a liar for so long, I'm going to show y'all a liar. I'm going to show you, the viewer watching, I'm going to show you a liar when I get to dropping these receipts. And it don't match up to what so-and-so said and what so-and-so said, when it don't match up, I'm going to show you a liar. That's what I'm going to do. Since that's what y'all wanted to say about me, I'm going to show you one. Yeah, the truth shall be exposed. Don't play with me. I was tired of people playing, and I let them do it for a long time. I was so focused on trying to get on my feet. I let these people lie on me. For a long time, I let them do it. Not even just family, old friends. I let people lie on me. Old people that I was with, I let them lie on me. Go ahead, because now it's redemption season. So all that stuff that was said, I hope everybody ready to stand on it, bro. Because I'm coming. Because y'all really sat up there and played with me, bro. And then I'm finna go get tested, too, to see if I'm autistic. Because if I find out I'm autistic, bro, and y'all took advantage of me the way y'all did, God gonna tear y'all up. God gonna turn y'all every which way but loose about me. Y'all, I was outside dirty. Like, we didn't go talk about it, bro. So I'm trying to think if it's anything that I'm leaving out. Okay, I want to speak some more on this. Okay, so this video getting kind of long. I want to speak a little bit more on this, right? I didn't find out that my dad was predatory towards me until I think I was like 24 or 23, 24. That's when all the dots started connecting. One of the signs that I knew that my dad was SA-ing me when I was a baby or when I was like a toddler, right, was because I remember they would tell me this story, right? They'll tell me certain stuff that I ain't remember. But the way they would tell it as if I was just being silly or it was just like a lighthearted story. One of the ones was how my dad potty trained me. He would brag about how he potty trained me. The second one was they told me that it was one day my dad came to my school to pick me up. And I was screaming and I was crying and I did not want to go home with him. And I told my teacher, I kept telling my teacher that I did not want to go home with him. I wanted to go home with her, y'all. I told my teacher I wanted to go home with her. And the way my parents would tell this story as if like I just was being goofy, like, oh, like she's just a kid, she don't know no better. I knew exactly what the hell I was doing. I knew exactly what the hell I was talking about. I did not want to go home with that man, and there was a reason why. And I don't get why. Did anybody call CPS? Oh, probably not, because I was living on base. And it's a lot of freaky-deaky stuff that be going on a military base. In a military period, in the army period, whatever you want to call it. So that was one of the stories I thought back on when I figured this out. That was one of the stories that was playing in my head on, like, y'all sat up there trying to make it seem like, oh, I was just being a kid. No, I did not want to go home with that man because that man was abusing me. My dad was abusing me. And my mama knew. She knew. That's why, ooh, you know what? I got to go to another video. I got to start another video because it'll get too long. Thank y'all for tuning into this deep dive on my family drama. I know it's ghetto around here. It's wretched, but it's entertaining too. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to see you in my next video.